back. Pregame show. It's yours truly, Joe Spadoni. And it's a football Friday. It's a Warriors have lost 5 straight Friday after dropping another one against the Oklahoma City Thunder. 128-109. You heard that all right here on your home of the Golden State Warriors, 95-7 the game. We'll get into that. It's a Phil Collins Friday for all those who observe. And it's just, what are you doing this weekend Friday, as it always is on the pregame show, 888-957-9570. It's been wet. Maybe you're staying inside making some soup. It's good soup weather. All right? A little chicken noodle action. A little stew. Love me some soup. Crock pot. Oh, the best. Oh, little lamb shanks in there too. All right. I'm hungry. It's 5 a.m. I can't eat right now. Intermittent fasting. I'm back on it. Horrible month to do it. Horrible season to do it. Getting back onto your diet. But you know what? Someone's got to do it. So we got Warriors. We got Niners. We got a lot happening in the Bay Area. But you know what? We're starting with what took place yesterday out in Texas. The MLB owners unanimously approved the Oakland Athletics to move to Las Vegas. So they voted on it, passed, and it all feels like just a formality at this point that the A's will be leaving Oakland and be heading to Las Vegas. Now, there's still some, we'll wait and see. John Fisher, Dave Cavill, hey, I don't put it past them to, F this whole thing up. Because you know what? They're dummies. That's what they do. They mess things up. They couldn't get it done here. Let's see if they can get it done in Vegas with a lot of handouts. And people in Vegas still aren't very happy about it. Just ask the teachers' unions. So we'll wait until the shovel's in the ground. But yesterday was a step and a huge blow. Just the whole finality of it, if you will, for A's fans and for just fans of baseball in the Bay Area. And again, if you're just joining us, we'll get into the Warriors. They're struggling, not good. Klay Thompson, Andrew Wiggins, what the hell's going on? Nice to see Kuminga bounce back. Nice to see Pajemski building on his rookie season. Niners, they're going to smash the Bucks. They're just, I'm trying to conjure up something to talk about in this Niners-Bucks game. I can't. They're going to sack Baker Mayfield like 50 times. They're going to smoke Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. Night, see you later. Sorry. It is what it is. Love the Niners this week. But I thought, this isn't going to get the airtime that it deserves because it's the A's. And unfortunately, they've been the punching bag of, the Bay Area, of the media, of Major League Baseball, of kind of everything. They've been the punching bag. Oh, those gutsy A's. Look at them counting, beating the odds. They got Billy Beane over there. Yeah, Brad Pitt, Moneyball, cool. But their fans don't show up. Yeah, look at that dump of a Coliseum they're in. Yeah, look at the Giants. They're over on the other side. They do it right. They do things the right way. They have a nice stadium. Look at that fan base packing that place. Look at them winning World Series. Let's focus on them. Let's give them their attention. And rightfully so. Winning, cures all. And the Giants are dominating the last decade. But for a majority of their existence here in the Bay Area, the A's were the dominant ones. They're the ones that brought the Bay Area its first championship. They won 3 straight World Series in the 70s. They won the 89 series. Again, earthquake happened. A lot of history there. But they were the gold standard for winning here in the Bay Area before the Niners, before the Giants, before the Warriors, the Raiders. It was the Oakland A's. And as an A's fan, this hurts. It absolutely hurts. I took my son to a game this year. This is the second game he's ever been to. We went to a Braves game. I don't even know if they had a win at that point. Maybe they had like a 1. It was early in the season. I think it was Labor Day weekend. It was a Monday at like 5:30. So if you're a parent, Monday at 5:30, you kidding me? It's perfect. It'd be like this every time, because 7 o'clock game, it's just too much. 6:45, now bedtime's in an hour. It just doesn't work. But we went to a game this year. Not a lot of people. Not a lot. It is what it is. But I enjoyed it. He enjoyed it. He enjoyed the camaraderie. He just liked being there with me, watching a baseball game, hearing all the music, the sights, the sounds, the home runs, stuff like that. The A's ended up winning. They beat the freaking Braves. And if you followed any of the action this year, that's a big deal. Because the A's were on a historically bad pace early in the season now. They weren't one of the worst teams ever, like a lot of us thought. They actually had some good players this year. Brent Rooker, Shea Langoliers, Esteury Ruiz, amongst others. They had some good players, and it was fun to watch. JP Sears. But I'm not going to have those experiences again with him. And that sucks. And he's probably going to be a Giants fan, and I'm not going to take that away from him. I'm not. Now, he's never going to be a Niner fan. Raiders, different story. They left. Football's different. 17 games a year. It's easy for me to wrap my head around being a fan of a team 17 times out of the year in a regular season than it is, 162. It's a lot. And I probably will still root for the team. Probably. I don't have a choice. I'm not going to watch them. I'm not going to be following along like I used to. Because it's baseball. And out of market baseball, I don't even know how I'm going to stream that. I'm going to pay out of pocket $20 extra to watch the A's every year. And speaking of snake oil salesmen that Dave Cavill and co. are selling, yeah, they're going to start spending in Vegas. Okay. Once they get that new stadium. We'll see. We'll see, John Fisher. Because nothing in your history has shown me that you're going to change. What did he say? This is harder on me than it is for you, A's fans. Give me a break. What a blowhard. Guy's worked for nothing in his entire life and is getting another handout in Las Vegas because Oakland, who's actually giving him a pretty damn good deal, didn't want to get hosed. And Mayor Sheng Tao, Libby Schaff, they saw the writing on the wall. They didn't want to get hosed. They didn't want to get shafted. And they were all in on the A's. They were. To a certain extent. They're not paying for everything. And that's what these billionaires want. These billionaire owners. They want to, get a free handout. Mark Davis got a free handout from Las Vegas. It worked out for him. The city of Oakland never wanted to do business with the Raiders. Going back from when Al Davis left, came back, all that. That relationship was torn. And obviously, with the A's, more games, more home games, a lot more. You got 81 of those things compared to, back then, 8. So just do the math. A lot more jobs. And I get it. But the city of Oakland now losing 3 sports teams, seemingly, again, we'll wait until that shovel's in the ground. But past 2024, when that lease is up at the Coliseum, they're probably gone. Reno, Vegas, I don't know where they're going to practice or play. Could they play at Oracle Park during that? The Las Vegas A's at Oracle Park? Yikes. That's going to be awkward. You might see more Giants fans at those games than actual A's fans. Oof. Be disgusting. And not because Oracle Park. Oracle Park's great. Would have been the best home park the A's have played in forever. But, 3 sports teams, Oakland, will be losing. Last 5 years. 3. And I get it. Warriors are still here in the Bay. That's different. There was a pride factor there for a lot of Oakland residents to see the Warriors go to San Francisco. I get it. The franchise started there. What have you, what not. But it still hurts. Raiders leaving again hurts. But the A's, they've been the gold standard again here in the Bay Area when it came to winning early on. In the last 20 years, and for the majority of John Fisher's, tenure, it's just been, how can we overcome a bad owner? How could we overcome this? Hey, great season. We won our division. Wow, how did Bob Melvin do it? Wow, how did Billy Beane do it? They had to overcome so much. I'm tired of overcoming my owner as a fan. It's tiring. Why can't my ownership just care? You see Joe Lacob, he cares. You see some of these owners around sports, they care. Say what you will about Jerry Jones, and we like to laugh at Dallas. Guy cares about the brand. Al Davis, the late great Al Davis, Didn't do things well at the end, but he cared about winning. Eddie DeBartolo cared about winning. Giants used to care about winning. We'll see. Thumbs down from Sam Lubman. Garlic fries and baseball, guys. Just disappointing. 888-957-9570. A's fans, I'm with you today. It's a tough day. It's a tough week. It's been just tough years. Ever since they started flirting with Vegas, it felt like the writing was on the wall. I've become so numb to it. Shout out Lincoln Park. But, when I think about losing out on memories with my daughter, with my son, it sucks. I'm going to be honest, it sucks. From the Comcast Business Text line, 888-957-9570. 510, the Coliseum is in the perfect location in the East Bay, right off the BART. It's a sad day in the Bay. I get it. I mean, the BART location's great. I thought Howard Terminal would have been perfect. You got a waterfront. You got all that. It looked gorgeous. They had everything in place. They're right there at the finish line. And then John Fisher's like, no, I'm good. Which tells me he never really wanted to do business in Oakland. He didn't. Vegas is where he wanted to be all along. And maybe once that gets built, then he sells, then he cashes out, then he gets more billions of dollars and can go on his merry way, breaking the hearts of Oakland, its residents and everything. But hey, got more money. It's what it's all about in the end. I get it. It's a business. But if it truly is a business and he was a smart and savvy businessman, he would realize you're in one of the biggest markets in the country and in the world, in the Bay Area. I know everyone thinks about San Francisco just being the end-all, be-all. It is. It's great. Oakland's just right across the bay. You get San Jose. You've got Oakland. You've got Northern California. A bite of that. Vegas? What market is that? In the 20s and the 30s? It's nothing compared to the Bay Area. So if you're just being a wise businessman, you would look at it and be like, there's way more opportunity here to build, especially with a downtrodden Giants team across the Bay. That's kind of turning into what the A's have been in their bad periods. Just, platooning. Who are these people? Boring. But that would require, an owner that actually knows what they're doing. John Fisher. Guy doesn't know what he's doing. They don't even have renderings. They don't even know where they're building. They don't even know where we're building. They think they do. But do they really? Is that going to go blow up in their face? See, I'm still waiting for the shovel to be in the ground ultimately. Because they can mess this up. Cavill and Fisher have shown that. Snake oil salesman, whatever you want to call them. I'm done with them. Good riddance. Kick rocks, whatever. Just feel for the people of Oakland and all the A's fans out there. 888-957-9570. Wanted to open my show up with that, and we'll continue to take your calls and texts as regards to the A's moving to Las Vegas. I think they deserved, the least I could do is give them 14, 15 minutes on this program. I know it's a short one. I only got an hour, but that just didn't feel right opening up with the Warriors or the Niners the day after a team just got relocated from the Bay Area, a major sports franchise. And I know they haven't been acting like a major sports franchise for quite some time, but they gave a lot of people a lot of memories around here, and they deserve it. Because I know we're not going to talk a lot of A's. It doesn't do ratings. It's no secret. It's why no one talks about them. Again, going back to ownership and not investing in a team that we don't even talk about. I would love to talk about them. Would love to. Just is what it is. When ownership starts caring, hey, attendance goes up, people start caring. God, that's why I wanted Joe Lacob to own it so badly. So badly. If I could have one sports wish, that's what it would be. Hail Mary. Joe Lacob, go buy it. It's not for sale, though. Well, on to bigger and happier things. How about those Golden State Warriors, am I right? Yikes.
If the bear played the flute in the Revolution Army.
Somebody
Somebody emailed me and said it's a fife, not a flute.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I thought it was a fife, but I don't want to. You sound dumb if you say fife and it's not a fife. You're like, shut up.
Quinones for 3, no good. Jay Will with the rebound.
Stop it, RC.
and not Barney Fife.
Not Barney Fife. They are correct. It is a fife.
Final score in this one, 128-109. Oklahoma City.
What a final call there. I did not know what that was for a second. I was tossing it up for the final call. I was like, oh, is this how it ended? That's when you're talking about musical instruments, you know it was a blowout. Warriors fall to the Oklahoma City Thunder, 109-128. Thunder, by the way, improved to 8-4 on the year, 4-1 on the road. Warriors dropped to 6-7, 1-5 at home. Not good. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, not the greatest shooting night, but still dropped 24. Jalen Williams out of UC Santa Clara, I should say, 6-13, 2-3 from beyond the arc, 16 points. But Isaiah Joe, where did you come from? Where did you go? Isaiah Joe, my goodness. Off the bench, 7-7. That's what we call perfection, folks. If you just finished on the free throw line, missed one there, almost perfection. But from beyond the arc, 7 of 7, 23 freaking points. That's the difference. Isaiah Joe with his hair on fire. You know, Jonathan Kuminga, he tried. I thought he played well. 21 points, 8 of 13. Best game of the year by far, and they needed it. Andrew Wiggins, 6 of 13, 0-4 from beyond the arc, 12 points. Just that three-point shot's not going down for Wiggs. It's just not. It's been tough. Klay Thompson, 1 of 10 overall, 1 of 6 from beyond the arc, 5 points. It's not going to get it done. You need those guys to play well if you're going to win games. And hell, if you even hope to win a title, which seems like, why the hell are we talking about that after 13 games when this team is 6-7? But I don't think it's too early to say this. We're 13 games in. Do you need another 7 games sample size to make it a 20-point marker or a 20-game-in marker? Warriors don't have a second star outside of Stephen Curry. The Warriors do not have a second star on this team. You need a second star, side Steph, to win a title. Andrew Wiggins was that a couple years ago, and that's looking like a one-off. He was the second best player on the team. He was a high-level defender, and he was playing some efficient and elite offense. Picking and choosing his spots, that mid-range was money. He was a baller when they needed him to be. And maybe it's looking more and more like that championship run to get the 4th ring for Steph, Clay, and Dre was a one-off. Was a, you know what, everything went well. The cards fell where they may. It was all a perfect storm. I mean, maybe it was. Doesn't make it any less impressive. It just, as we're, dissecting this roster, who's going to step up? Are we expecting Kuminga? I don't know. It's great. He had his first great game in a while. 128-109. Chris Paul's 40 years old. You're expecting more out of him? Played well yesterday. Did his job. Klay Thompson? He's never going to be a star again. 2 major injuries. He's getting older. This is what happens. He'll have some good games here and there. But there's going to be a lot of bad. Andrew Wiggins, he's in his own head. I don't know what to tell you with Wiggins. Now, the stat line looks okay yesterday, but 5 turnovers? You kidding me? Like, that was, again, a vintage K-Wig performance, like Dibs like to say. 12 points, 6 boards, 2 assists, 6 of 13. It's not good enough. I'm not advocating for a trade right now, 13 games in. What I am saying is this team's in trouble because it's Stephen Curry and who else? You need 2 studs at the top. Always have and always will. Jordan, Pippen. LeBron, D-Wade. Kobe, Shaq. Steph, Clay. KD. Jamal Murray, Nikola Jokic. Who does Steph have right now? 888-957-9570. Good morning to everyone on Twitch and YouTube, powered by First NorCal Credit Union. Search 95.7 The Game, like and subscribe. We're streaming all day long, 5 a.m. through 7 p.m. right here on 95.7 The Game, your home for Golden State Warriors basketball. Warriors get back in action tomorrow against the Thunder. Again, these little baseball, that's what they call them, little baseball series because they're playing the same team twice. Hopefully it looks a lot better. Steph, we need you. And then Draymond Green, obviously. I was out yesterday. Draymond Green, a 5-game suspension. Am I shocked? No. I'm not shocked. Did I think it was going to be 3 games? Yeah. 2 more? That's because of priors. And they factor that in. And we know they factor that in because of the Sacramento Kings series when he stomped on Sabonis' chest. He did not get the benefit of the doubt. Joe Dumars was like, no, you're not getting the benefit of the doubt, Draymond. And this time, it was an accumulation sensation. That's a buck for Draymond Green. So 5 games. You got to wear it. And right now, his team's struggling. They could have used him. But again, no Stephen Curry yesterday. Draymond probably gets ejected anyways. Here's Steve Kerr on OKC hammering the Dubs.
They put a lot of pressure on you with the small pick and roll, and they've got Holmgren out at the 3-point line. So they spread you out, and they've got shooters everywhere, and they got a lot of size positionally. Their guards between Shea and Giddey and Williams. They can all get downhill and find people. So it's team's really well put together, well coached, and they hammered us tonight.
From the YouTube chat, Vic, my guy in the Netherlands, he always makes me laugh. Steph has Jesus. That's his second teammate. Oh, that's all he needs. That's good, Vic. That's good. Search 95.7 The Game on YouTube. Get in the comment section. It's a riot here on the pregame show with the pregamers. And as we like to say, we're not the main course here at 95.7, the pregame show. We're the appetizers. Gets you ready. With chips and salsa, a little chips and guac. I can go for some Mexican food right now as I'm watching a commercial with some tequila of some sort. That looks great. 5:23 a.m. That's where I'm at with some sports right now. Hey, don't worry, though. Niners, they're good. A lot of disappointment around here in the Bay Area right now. A's leaving. Giants, the hell are they doing? Warriors, 5 straight. But hey, Brock Purdy. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm trying so hard to get excited for this game. And it's my job talking on the radio with all of you. Spadoni, you need to create urgency with this matchup. Like they can't afford to lose this game. Yet, I know. But they're not going to. Now, the contrarian say, well, Spadoni, you were saying that heading into the Browns game. And I was. And I slept on the Browns, who have been proven now to be a pretty good team. And that defense, be one of the top, 2 or 3 in the league. Bucks aren't the Browns, though. I've seen the Bucks a lot on national TV this year. A lot of games. Niners are going to handle them. Handle them. What's the line on this game right now? Is it 10? 12 now. It's a lot of points. I think you lay the points, though. I think you do. Ooh, over-under only 41.5 in that game. That's interesting. They don't expect the Bucks to score a lot. Niners might, though. I think this has a 30 burger written on it. I'd take the over in this one. 888-957-9570. We'll get into more of the Niners a little bit later. But how do we cure the Golden State Warriors? I don't think you can just expect this team to just get better as the season goes on. Now, Pajemski, liking what I'm seeing. Moody, I think there's a conversation there about him getting some starting nods. He's been impressive all season long, not getting enough minutes. His 3 balls there. He's efficient, and he's defending at a high level. Give me some more Moses Moody. Give me some more Trace Jackson Davis. Give me some young guys. And maybe things can start turning around. But as far as the ultimate goal of winning a championship, I don't see a second star on this team outside of Jesus, as Vic mentioned. Not Guy Santos. What is that, the statue in Brazil where Guy is from? Christ the Redeemer? Yeah. Don't see that. Where's the second star coming from? Because it's not on this team. 888-957-9570 is the number. More of your phone calls, more of your texts. It is a Football Friday, brought to you by First5California.com. Visit First5California.com to learn 4 things that you can do to overcome toxic stress. And the AFC, by the way, getting a little bit lighter there. Not as top-heavy. Joe Burrow, hurt wrist. Ravens get the win, but take a big loss as Mark Andrews out for the year with a serious ankle injury, they're calling it. That sucks. Mark Andrews been the best tight end, honestly, outside of Travis Kelce the last couple years. And maybe best overall tight end if we're including blocking the last 2. So tough there. Ravens get it done. Bengals, they take the L and could be out for the year, depending on that wrist for Joe Burrow. 888-957-9570, the number. More dubs, more 49ers, and more A's on 95.7 The Game.
I can't wait for what's next, even with higher stroke risk due to atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Eliquis, apixaban tablets, reduces stroke risk. It's the #1 cardiologist-prescribed blood thinner.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without talking to your doctor, as this may increase your risk of stroke. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or have antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or unusual bruising, or if you have tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. It may increase your bleeding risk if you take medicines such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Switch to Verizon and you'll save. Get in the holiday spirit, San Francisco. Verizon has an extra gift for your family this season. You can save a lot. Get $800 in Verizon gift cards when you switch your family of 4 and get 4 new phones on us with Select Trade-In and Unlimited Ultimate. Great deals from Verizon. Great deals from Verizon. There's never been a better time to switch, but this offer won't last forever, so hurry in. Switch to the network America relies on. Get $800 in gift cards and get new phones for the whole family on us with Select Trade-In and Unlimited Ultimate. Visit your local Verizon store today. $999.99 device payment or full retail purchase with new smartphone line on Unlimited Ultimate plan required per phone. $200 Verizon e-gift card with port in per line. Less $1,000 trade-in/promo credit applied over 36 months. Promo credit ends if eligibility requirements are no longer met. 0% APR.
Considering a home remodel or designing a new one? You'll want to choose new ways to help your family feel healthier and happier. Many architects and builders who team up with Golden State Window and Door Design are experienced in working with their vendors, including Marvin for energy efficiency. Take a look at the windows and doors page at goldenstatelumber.com for ideas. Then schedule an appointment with your designer. Since 1954, Golden State. When you succeed, we succeed.
At Grainger, we're for the ones who specialize in saving the day and for the ones who've mastered the art of keeping business moving. We offer industrial-grade supplies for every industry with same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders, all backed by real people ready to help. So you can get the right answers and products right when you need them. Call, clickgrainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Wendy's new breakfast 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles let you create your own delicious combo. Choose from a sausage biscuit, egg and cheese biscuit, small seasoned potatoes, and a medium hot coffee. But it's obvious which combo's the best. Sausage biscuit and small seasoned potatoes. Well, maybe it's the fresh cracked egg and cheese biscuit with a medium hot coffee. Or 2 savory sausage biscuits. Yeah, whichever you pick, you can't go wrong. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles.
Limited time only. U.S. price and participation may vary. Not valid in a combo. Single item at regular price.
In 1848, James Marshall discovered gold at Sutter's Mill. And in 3 years, a multicultural migration grew a sleepy trading post of 800 to a city of over 250,000. These were the first dreamers, innovators, builders, and inventors that defined San Francisco. The San Francisco Historical Society exists to uncover, preserve, and present in engaging ways the colorful and diverse history of our city from its earliest days to the present. As a member, you'll receive The Argonaut, an award-winning publication that has provided in-depth historical accounts for over 30 years. And The Panorama, a quarterly newsletter covering ongoing activities and historical presentations. Go to sfhistory.org and discover the San Francisco Historical Society, giving our history a great future. Become a member today.
Dub Nation, this is Tim Roy, and you're listening to the Pregame Show on 95.7 The Game.
Phil Collins Friday, baby. Let's go. MDK1 on the YouTube chat. Why are we hearing commercials? Because I forgot to switch us to break on YouTube, so you got to hear all our spots. That's what happens on the pregame show. I had a day off and everything goes to hell. It's all right. Sorry, MDK1, that you didn't like all those spots. Good morning, Nicole. MDK1, my family. Jaime Valenzuela. Cruz Oliveros. I love speaking Spanish. Such a beautiful language. And I love talking to you beautiful people out there. If you're just getting off work, getting ready for work, getting ready for school, getting ready for the weekend, glad you're joining me here. Joe Spadoni, the pregame show, 888-957-9570. That's the number to call or text. Also hit us up on Twitch or YouTube. Search 95.7 The Game, like, subscribe there. We're streaming all day, Monday through Friday. 5 a.m. through 7 p.m. That's why I said that. 888-957-9570. We've been talking Warriors. 5th straight loss. 109-128. Not good, to put it bluntly. The solution, I don't think, is on this team in order for it to be a championship squad again. Am I wrong? 888-957-9570. Throughout the history of the NBA, you need a Batman, you need a Robin to win a title. Has there been some exceptions to the rule? Sure. If you want to go the Dirk Nowitzki Mavericks in 2011, okay. But even that squad had Hall of Famers Jason Kidd. I know he was older. Dirk. Tyson Chandler, DPOI. Jason Terry, clutch. And the LeBron killer, JJ Barea, don't you forget. But yeah, sure. You can go back to the Detroit Pistons. Ben Wallace is a Hall of Famer. Chauncey Billups, borderline Hall of Famer. Tayshaun, Rip Hamilton. They had some players on that team. Rasheed Wallace, you kidding me? There's studs left and right. So they had the depth. But for the most part, just look at the duos. You got Bird, Parrish. On toss to McHale, it's a 3. You got Magic, Kareem, Worthy, Michael, Scotty, Shaq, Kobe, Duncan, Parker, Ginobili, Robinson there early on. LeBron, D-Wade, KD, Steph, Clay. Right now, outside of Stephen Curry, there's not a star on this Golden State Warriors team. And I don't know, outside of a trade, what you can do to change that. Now, we're 13 games in. This team can get back on track, get some wins. Not saying they can't. But it's title or bust at this point for the Golden State Warriors. It is championship or bust. Let's not act like that's changed. This is all about maximizing your core guys' window. That being Steph, Dre, and Clay. Steph is keeping his end of the bargain and playing like an MVP. He's hurt. Draymond? I mean, I guess he's playing like Draymond. He's suspended for 5 games, 4 more now. Clay? It's not the same Clay. It's okay to admit that. I think we all know that. 2 major injuries. He's older. It's not going to look the same. I didn't think it would look this bad, this quickly, but that's where we are. And Andrew Wiggins, who was the Warriors' second star during that championship run a couple seasons ago, he's lost. Head in the clouds. I don't know what you want to call it. Not good enough is what I'm calling it. Here's Steve Kerr after the game last night on things just not going well for the Warriors.
Not a lot went right. I mean, they took it to us from the beginning. Our transition defense was bad. We lost Isaiah Joe in transition for his first shot of the game. It's a wide open corner 3. We didn't locate him. And a shooter like that, if you give him a wide open look, the floodgates can open up, and that's what happened. And they ran a few nice plays for him, and he popped free and knocked down shots. But, you know, he's 7 for 7. Giddey goes 3 for 3, and they make 19 threes. It's going to be tough to win this game.
Going to be tough. And it's going to be tough against teams like the Thunder, teams like the T-Wolves, teams they've been playing against, especially in the Western Conference. Young, big, athletic. That's the opposite of what the Warriors are. They're old, they're small. It's not a good combination in today's NBA, especially if you don't have Stephen Curry. That's why it was nice to see some young explosion last night from the Warriors. Pajemski in a bright spot. Moses Moody, need more of him. Maybe in the starting lineup if Clay and Wiggins are going to continue to play this poorly. Jonathan Kuminga, welcome to the season. Thank you for showing up. This is nice to see. I can see more Trace Jackson Davis. Only 5 minutes yesterday. Give me some more. What's the solution? 888-957-9570. Tim Kawakami of the TK Pod, obviously longtime member of the Bay Area sports media here. Guy's a legend, whether you like him or not. He's been doing it for a long time. He was on Willard and Dibbs yesterday and talked about a potential Klay Thompson extension, which right now, not sure about that.
Just makes sense to me that you sign him at the same number as Draymond and for the same amount of years as Draymond and to tie it to the Steph Curry. Like, it just makes so much sense that that's where he's worth the most. That's where he has been. There's value in being with one team your whole career. There's the fact that they could have these 3 dynastic players start and end their careers together, and they want to be together. I just think it just makes too much sense. I just think you're going to have to go through this to see what the number's actually going to be. But, man, I just think it's just so natural to start at $25 million a year and just tie him with Wiggins and Draymond at that number, which we know they both kind of came in under their theoretical marketplace to do it.
Oh. Are we feeling good about that contract even for Klay Thompson right now? I know things can change. I don't think Klay's getting any more athletic or getting any more explosion in the coming years. Draymond Green extension, by the way, He signed a 4-year, $100 million contract with the Warriors, player option in the final year in 26-27. Averaging a cap hit of $22 million this year, $24 million next year, and $25 million the year after that. Are we paying Klay Thompson that right now? And I get it. Got to be loyal to your guys. Joe Lake was in studio talking to Bonte and Shasky of the Morning Roast, and they'll be on here in about 25 minutes. I'm sure they're fired up for a Football Friday and talk about this Dubs team. But Joe Lake wants all these guys to retire as Warriors. It means a lot to him. His legacy is tied to these guys. They're all statue guys. They're the core three. It's never been done before. Start to finish. 3 guys like that. 3 Hall of Famers. Not playing for another team. All on the same team. Doesn't happen. And he takes pride in that. But it's also about maximizing Stephen Curry. Because as poor as Klay has looked at times, Steph, my goodness, he's not slowing down. He really is trying to be like Brady. You know, he talks about it. People kind of scoff. He's serious. He's not slowing down anytime soon. And we need to maximize this window. And in order to maximize it, he needs another star beside him. You know, we laugh at LeBron. You know, that whole trade and AD wanting out of, you know, New Orleans. He's wearing the "that's all, folks" shirt. Yeah, it's childish. Yeah, they're going to rue the day. You know, they get Zion on. Okay. They got a title. You laugh at it, Mickey Mouse ring, bubble, whatever. LeBron knew he needed help. And he got Anthony Davis, and they won one more title. Now, LeBron is cutthroat. Steph, he's not like that. It's a different situation. Steph is only known playing with Draymond and Klay's entire career. LeBron, he had to be the guy from day one. He had to change everything. He had to be the franchise from day one and be more cutthroat and preserve his legacy. What's Steph going to do going forward? Going to be very interesting. 888-957-9570. We got one more break. Come on back. Hit us up on Twitch and YouTube, powered by First NorCal Credit Union. How do we fix this Golden State Warriors team? And can they fix this roster? Do they need outside help? Let me know. Again, 888-957-9570. We'll hear from Moody, Kuminga, and wait till you hear what Bucks defender Levante David had to say about the 49ers. You're not going to want to miss that. That's coming up next on the pregame show. Joe Spadoni, 95.7 The Game.
You're invited to the grand opening.
Now, back to the pregame show on 95.7 The Game.
Honey, love, ooh, ease my mind. And I need to find time, someone to call mine. My mama said you can't hurry love. No, you just have to wait. She said love don't come easy, but it's a game of give and
Sing it, Phil.
can't hurry love.
Can't.
No, you just have to wait.
Just have to wait.
Just trust in the good time.
I'll trust it. I trust the pregame show, and I trust the morning roast. They're up in like 15 minutes. Can't wait to hear Bonte and Joe Shasky give their thoughts. Warriors, 5th straight loss. Thunder, 128. Dub Nation, 109. It's not good. Hot take. It's not good. How do we fix it? Can they fix it? I said my piece, like Silvio at Christopher Moltisanti's intervention. I said my piece, Chrissy. All right? Your water was in the toilet water, or your head was in the toilet water. Disgusting. I butchered it. It's all right. Give myself a 1 for the Silvio, just for the effort. But it's a Friday. It's a feel-good Friday. Phil Collins Friday, as you just heard. 888-957-9570. I said my piece on the Warriors. They need a second star. It's not on this team right now. Steph needs help. How are we going to get him help? Are we expecting Andrew Wiggins to turn into Andrew Wiggins, who was a star in the playoff run a couple of seasons ago? I don't see that. Are we expecting Klay Thompson, another year older, off 2 major injuries, to be the star he used to be? Nope. That's not fair to him. Are we expecting Kuminga or Moody to be that? I'm not. So how does this team get back into title contention? And you can say, Spadoni, we're 13 games in, we're talking title? Yeah. I'm talking title. Because that's how a lot of Warriors fans feel right now. They're thinking, oh, God. Are we going to waste Steph's prime? Because Steph is playing. You can make the argument, the best ball of his career right now. Of his career. He is like Brady, getting better with age. You need to maximize it. Dunleavy, Joe Lacob. And how are you going to do that? By extending Klay Thompson? I get it. You want to be loyal. I get it. But to just assume he's going to be that guy again, that he was, hell, even for that playoff run, that championship run 2 years ago, I don't see it. I don't. And again, here's Tim Kawakami, who joined Willard and Dibbs yesterday on the potential Klay Thompson extension.
Just makes sense to me that you sign him at the same number as Draymond and for the same amount of years as Draymond and you tie it to the Steph Curry. Like, it just makes so much sense that that's where he's worth the most. That's where he has been. There's value in being with one team your whole career. There's the fact that they could have these 3 dynastic players start and end their careers together and they want to be together. I just think it just makes too much sense. I just think you're going to have to go through this to see what the number's actually going to be. But man, I just think it's just so natural to start at $25 million a year and just tie him with Wiggins and Draymond at that number, which we know they both kind of came in under their theoretical marketplace to do it.
Klay Thompson this season, averaging 13.8 points, 3.4 rebounds, 1.9 assists, and is shooting 40% from the field. I know what Draymond's giving me defensively, and he'll be a playmaker on the opposite side. If Klay's not hitting shots, I don't know what he's giving me, other than effort on the defensive end against some 4s and 5s, and at times being okay. And I'm not trying to make him a punching bag. There's multiple problems on this team. Klay is one of them. Andrew Wiggins is another. And Andrew Wiggins, Klay's got some excuses, like legitimate ones. Major injuries, older. The guy's, made his mark in this league already. But Wiggins? What's the excuse there? Seriously, what is it? I'm trying to... Are we just going the mentals? Which I'm not trying to, put put down the seriousness of that because mental health is real, but I'm not going to go out here and just assume maybe he's just playing bad. Ever think of that? He's just not playing well? And for most of his career, maybe he just hasn't played and lived up to that number 1 overall pick out of Kansas University. Maple Jordan. Wiggins is averaging 10.5 points, 4.2 boards, 1 assist, and also shooting 40% from the field. Those can't be your 2 best players outside of Stephen Curry. That can't happen. How do you fix that? I don't know if you can. And that's where it leads me to the T word, trade. 13 games in, yeah, we're talking trades already. And it's going to be fascinating to see where this team is at the trade deadline and what Mike Dunleavy does. Because Mike Dunleavy, he does have a coldness in his eyes, doesn't he? I was watching some clips of him and Bonte Mully over on the pregame show with NBC Sports Bay Area. And Mike Dunleavy, he's got those cutthroat eyes that a GM needs. He's got it. Bob Myers, very sensitive, very heartfelt, very passionate, caring individual. Not saying he couldn't be cutthroat. I'm saying he built so much equity in this team and has so much tied with Draymond, Steph, and Clay. He just couldn't, find himself to move off of any of those guys. And during his tenure, I don't think there was an opportunity to do that. Now, with this level of play from Clay and Wiggins, I think anything's on the table come trade deadline time. Chris Paul, everything. Now, got a ways way to go there, but just judging from what I've seen from this team, I don't know if there's some magical potion outside of Stephen Curry going nuclear coming back to fix it. And even then, if we're relying on Steph to just have amazing performances each and every night to eke this team out, he's going to be drained at the end of the season. We saw this with LeBron constantly. We're still seeing it with him. He's almost 40. I don't want to have to rely on Stephen Curry every bleeping night. And when he comes back, who is going to step up? I'm seeing more rookies step up this year and the young guys and some of the vets, which is good to see, but also a little bit worrisome. 888-957-9570. Last one on Steve Kerr talking about how the OKC ended the third quarter and how they put on a clinic in the fourth.
I thought that was a key stretch of the game. We needed to finish that quarter and be tied or ahead and have some momentum. And that quick run they went on got it right back to 10, and it slipped away from there. But they were amazing tonight. I mean, they were 19 for 32 from 3, put on a clinic, and they played a great game. So they got us.
That they did. Speaking of getting got, that's what's going to happen to the Bucks this Sunday at Levi's Stadium. Look, I'm not, some jinx guy or superstitious at times. Niners are going to smoke the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this week. Smoke them. And I've been trying to find some interesting angles in this game. Like Chase Young, Nick Bosa being Ohio State teammates. Baker Mayfield planting the flag, Oklahoma over there. So college football thing. Is that what we're going into? We gotta dive into college football rivalries to get excited about this game. Come on. There's going to be some hard hits, but ultimately, the Niners offense is going to handle this team. I'm expecting a big game out of Brock Purdy. I'm expecting a big game out of Christian McCaffrey. I'm expecting a big game out of Deebo Samuel. The physical nature of this game is going to favor the 49ers in the trenches and in the skill position players. Baker, I've actually been impressed by him this year. And the NFC South, by the way, the most up for grabs division. Like if the Bucs win this game, it's a big if. They're 5-5. They're right there tied for first place with the New Orleans Saints. Like that division's wide open. And they're going to host a playoff game. How crazy is that? They're going to host someone. Baker. Y'all remember that? Monday Night Football, Cleveland Browns a few years ago. Joe Tessitore on the call with Booger. Was Jason Witten there too? Or was he a Raider at that point? Nick Bosa's rookie year. God, feels like forever ago. 888-957-9570. Start lining them up. It's a Football Friday here on 95.7 The Game, brought to you by First5California.com. Visit First5California.com to learn the 4 things that you can do to overcome toxic stress. The 5th thing you can do to overcome toxic stress, check out Bonte and Joe Shasky next on the Morning Roast, 95.7 The Game. Have a good weekend, everybody.
You're listening to 95.7 The Game, KGMZ FM at HD1 San Francisco. An Odyssey